Guys, everyone, please check your audio and video settings, please. Everyone, what is our today's topic, guys? Spring batch, or spring batch processing, or spring boot batch. Anyhow, we are discussing spring boot batch only. Everything we are learning in spring boot angle. Is that clear, guys? Okay, guys. Yeah. Spring batch is given as extension module. Which module? Extension is not part of basic Spring framework, guys. It is given as what? Extension module of Spring framework by Pivotal team, nothing but Spring team, plus Accenture company. Accenture company team plus Spring team together developed this Spring batch module. Is that clear, guys? Sir, what is the purpose of this, guys? It is for batch processing. What do you mean by batch processing? Okay, forget about the points that are there on the screen. Okay. Forget about the points that are there in the screen. Yeah, these ATM centers will run continuously. Swiping machines will run continuously. They generate a lot of data, guys. Continuous data, guys. Every day they generate data, every minute they generate data, every hour they generate data. Okay, someone wants to gather the data, analyze the data, process the data, generate the report, wants to generate the report. And wants to generate the report. Tell me what's the meaning of that? Tell me what's the meaning of that? We need to process huge amount of data that is coming batch by batch or not. Suppose each day data I want to process, I want to analyze, I want to generate the report. So each day you will get huge amount of data. Every day you get that data. The data is coming batch by batch. We need to process the data or not? Come on. Definitely we need to process the data or not? Yes, boss. Yeah. What is batch processing, guys? It is the process of handling huge amount of data. That means chunks of data, batch by batch, part by part, guys. By reading from one source, processing data with changes, and by executing logics and writing data to another destination. By reading from one source and processing data with changes by executing logics and writing data to another destination. Read from source, process the data by changing data by executing logics, guys, and write to another destination. I'll take one simple example. Every day, ATM machines transactions data is coming to X application. So X application in the form of what? CSV files data, comma separated values data. Someone is processing the data by executing some logics. What is that? Categorizing the data, filtering the data, whatever it is. Okay, array from even though all transaction details done in all our ATM centers in India has come, I want to see only those transactions who has withdrawn more than 5,000 at data. Who has withdrawn more than 5,000 at data. Okay, now what we are doing is we are analyzing and filtering the data. Okay, suppose each day 1 crore transactions are happening. Because of this filtering logic, only 50 lakhs transactions are found out. And those 50 lakhs transactions should be written to, I want to write to another CSV file, or I want to write to database table. I want to write to database table. That time batch processing is required or not required, guys? That time batch processing is required or not required? Reading from one source, analyzing the data by executing logics. In that process, we need to modify the data. Then writing the data to destination. And simply writing the data to the destination. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Come on. Are you listening my statement, guys? Come on, are you with me? Okay, look at the census, guys. Census population count. We may not beat China in other aspects. Definitely one day we beat China in that aspect. Which one? Population, census ra babu. We are already 135 crore. China is just 150 crore, right? China is still maintaining 150 crore mark, right? I think in next 4 or 5 years. So definitely what? We will touch 150 crore and we'll beat China. We definitely beat China, guys. Come on. Right. As long as our Indian mindset is what? Uh, like what? Kids are what? Kids are Bhagwan ka prasad. So we cannot control the population. Okay. I think year 2022 or 2023 is marked for what? Population count one more time. Census, that is technically called what? Okay, now China has implemented third child policy. Yeah? Okay, now China also wants to increase their population count. Fine, let it be whatever it is. Shall we come back to the subject? Okay, now listen. Yeah, look at the how population count will be done, guys. Teachers comes to your home by carrying piece of papers. They write each home details, in each family member's details. We fill up all the details, guys. We fill up all the details sincerely and neatly. Sometimes we'll tell the wrong facts also. That is a different story. These teachers will submit those details to Taluka headquarters. Their data entry operators will be there. They will feed the information to Excel sheets. They will definitely feed the informations to what, guys? Excel sheets. Okay. Every week, these Excel sheets will be uploaded to central government application. What application, guys? Central government application. This central government application continuously takes each Excel sheet, guys. Okay. Analyze the data, categorize the data, filters the data, and start writing to Oracle database table. Oracle database, different tables. All kids information, one table. All middle-aged people, one table. Like this, it will categorize the data and it will start writing to different tables. It will happily start writing to different tables. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Guys, give me 1 minute time. Guys, tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. we have a session. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. we have a session, right? Okay. Now everyone please concentrate. Now tell me guys, their batch processing is not required for 1 year. This is census information will go on, guys. Tell me, every day 4-5 Excel files will be uploaded. Every day that files data will be read. Every day. Okay, guys. That data will be categorized, analyzed, and filtered and written to different tables of Oracle database software. Over na boss. It is a process of handling huge amount of data, nothing but chunks of data, batch by batch, by reading from one source and processing data with changes, by executing logics and writing data into another destination. Okay, reading from source. That's the point one. Processing data with changes by executing logics and writing to destination. Here is my reading, here is my writing. Super. Spring batch plus spring scheduling is great combination to perform batching activities in automated environment, either on period of time or point of time. Point of time means do one thing but at specific time. Period of time means do back to back, having a certain time gap. Look at the use cases, guys. Collecting census data. What is the census spell mistake? Census data, population count, storing into database software. Teacher collects family info on paper, feeds to Excel sheets, upload Excel sheets to government application. Government application validates the data, filters the data, categorizes the data, and lastly writes to database software. Next one, collecting log messages from ATM machine, categorizing them and writing to database table. Collecting insurance policy holders of LIC from database software, identifying policy matured people. What, guys? Identifying policy matured people. What people, guys? Policy matured people. Sending that info to branches. Sending that info to LIC branches accordingly. Tell me. At the every month first, they will collect all the policy holders information. From there, they will see how many people policy has been matured, has come to maturity. Super. Those maturity people policy detail will be sent to nearest LIC branches, so that when person goes to nearest LIC branch for claiming, yes, so the amount will be delivered to LIC person or not. I mean to say that nominee or what, the person who has acquired for the claim or not. See how many LIC policy holders are there in India? 50 crore people are there. So every month, at least 4,000, 5,000 policies will be matured or not? Yes, matured. And those details will be sent to nearest LIC branches or not? Yes, will be sent. So later, the payment process will start or not, guys? All these needs batch needs. All these activities needs batch processing, guys. Now have a look, guys. SDFC collecting load holders information, processing and sending from database software every month. What is that? Every month, EMI payment reminder messages or mails. Okay. Okay, guys. Processing and sending. HDFC collecting loan information from database software every month. Processing and sending EMI payment reminder messages or mails every month. Don't you think, guys, there also batch processing is required or not? Next. Collecting bank loan customers' information, finding defaulters and sending notices to them. Finding defaulters and sending notices to them. This also needs batch processing or not? Come on, my dear. Defaulters means what, guys? Who has not paid? Who has not paid? That information, guys. Who has not paid? Their information will be sent or not? I want reply, my dear. Okay, guys. I was working on this with the SBI. Yeah? Fine. Super. Rajkumar, same process on batch. Telecom subscriber get messages for recharge mobile. Same. Okay. Yes, guys. That's the reason first I thought scheduling. Then so that we can link batch processing and crawling, boss. Now tell me, while doing batch processing, what we do? Collect data from different sources in different formats. Like what, guys? CSV. Next, PDF. Next one, DB tables. CSV means comma separated data, guys. DB tables and etc. Process the data for filtering data, or modifying data, or categorizing data, or ordering data, and etc. Array, you process the data, guys. Whatever data you read, you process it. While processing, you may filter the data by applying condition. You may modify the data by applying condition. Something like this. If your balance is less than 1,000, deposit 15 lakh rupees to your account. Modi promise, ra babu. If your balance is about 10,000 rupees, if your balance is about 10 lakh rupees, okay, cut 1,000 rupees on tax. Whatever it is, categorizing the data, guys. Okay, all youngsters in one category, all middle-aged people category, all old-age people one category. Categorizing data, guys. Ordering data, sorting the data, boss. By name or by designation, X, Y, Z, whatever it is. Write data to different destination in different formats. Again, like what? CSV, PDF, DB tables, and etc. Super, guys. See, guys, tell me next one. Converting DB table data to XML data after processing. Some examples, Ra Babu. DB tables data to XML data after processing. Converting one database software data to another database software data after processing. Converting JSON data to CSV data or Excel data after processing. Converting database software data to JSON data after processing. Okay, all conversions are possible in all angles. All conversions are possible in all angles, guys. I think you got it. Array, for regular insert, update, delete, select operation, don't think about what batch processing. Array, once in a while record will come, once in a while we need to process, once in a while we need to write to other destination. Don't go for batch processing. Think about batch processing when there is a huge amount of data that comes batch by batch for processing. Okay. That you want to filter or categorize or XYZ, then we want to write the data to the destination. Understanding my point, guys? If data of the project is MBs or GBs, then store data in database software, manipulate by using simple JDBC or Spring JDBC or Spring Data JPA or Spring ORM or Hibernate. College or university students information. What guys? MBs and GBs. Not hues, not hues. If the data of the project is, what is that? Gigabytes and terabytes, then store the data in database software, manipulate through batch processing, batch by batch processing, with the support of plain JDBC or what? Spring JDBC or Spring Batch. What is better, guys? Spring Batch is better. Spring Batch is better. Little amount of data, regular technologies. Here, what is better as of now? Spring Data JPA is best in this list. Spring Data JPA is best in this list. I am giving clarity, guys. MBs and GBs, Spring Data JPA. GBs and terabytes, gigabytes and terabytes. Batch by batch it is coming, boss. Then go for Spring Batch. I hope you are getting clarity, boss. Bank data, financial organization data, census, okay, ATM log information, ATM log info, and etc. Super. If the data of the project is terabytes, petabytes, genonabytes, and etc. Very huge behind what is that? Very huge behind the storing and processing capacity of database software, which is big data, Then store and process that data by using big data framework like Hadoop and Spark. By using Hadoop and Spark, I think you are getting clarity when to use what? College, university data, Spring Data JPA. Okay. Gigabytes and terabyte, which is still can be stored in database software. Spring Batch is good, guys. It cannot be stored in regular database software, but still data is huge. We are going to trying to store that data in multiple computers connected in the network, and we are going to process and manage the data with what? Big data framework. Then think about going for what? Hadoop and Spark, guys. Hadoop and Spark. Facebook, Google, Twitter, YouTube videos, location data, Google Maps, and etc. guys. Are you listening my statement, guys? Yeah, I think you got the clarity. Less data, Spring Data JPA. Use data that comes batch by batch, Spring Batch. Regular database software cannot think about holding that data. We need special frameworks to hold and manage the data, to process the data, then Hadoop and Spark. Facebook kind of application uses multiple storage technologies at a time in single project. You know this? Facebook uses big data sometimes. Facebook uses Spring Batch sometimes. Facebook uses Spring Data JP also sometimes. Based on the situation, they will go for it. They want to store and manage user activities data. What is that? Big data framework. Okay, guys. They want to remember sign-in information. Sign in, username, password, login, log out, sign in, sign out, registering customer. That time they use regular database, Spring Data JPA. Are you listening my statement? And for certain report generation, for analyzing and report generation, they go for Spring Batch. They go for Spring Batch. Okay, Facebook kind of application will use all the three techniques, guys. Array project, one project contains different situations of managing data, guys. In different conditions, in different use cases, they will use different techniques. I hope you convinced, guys. And the last statement is my favorite statement, guys. Don't think that if one application uses one technology, it does not go for another technology, guys. I think you got the idea where to use Spring Batch processing, guys. What is batch processing? What is Spring Batch? Come on. I hope you got the clarity now. Array, listen, guys. Already generated data of one source. I want to process and analyze and categorize and wants to write to another destination. That time only batch processing. Batch processing is not there to perform regular register customer, update customer details, delete customer details kind of activity. Please, it is not there to perform regular code operations. One project supplied data is already there in the huge number that I want to take, process, analyze, categorize, and I want to write to another one. Simple example. Census information is given by teachers, is there in Excel sheets. I want to take it, analyze, categorize, filter, and I want to write to database tables. ATM log activities are there in text file. I want to read them, analyze them, categorize them, and I want to write to database table. That time only batch processing comes into picture. I hope you understood, guys. Batch processing is all about reading data from one source, process that data, and write data to another destination. That much simple it is. That much simple it is. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Are you listening my statement, guys? Come on. Yeah. Yeah. This is high-level architecture of Spring Batch framework, guys. Spring Batch layered application. Batch infrastructure, Spring Batch core, our application. Spring Batch core, our application. So this is a high-level infrastructure of high-level architecture, guys. And here we write our applications, guys. Here is what? Spring Batch core. And here is infrastructure. A lot of infrastructure is automatically going to come through auto configuration. That's the beauty of Spring Batch boot, guys. Spring Boot batch is beauty is that one. Okay. Now listen. The basic look of Spring Batch application. A typical Spring Batch application looks like this. A typical Spring Batch application looks like this. Listen, guys. There is a job launcher. Job launcher creates the job and launches the job. Okay, let us assume. What is the job? Find out LIC policy holder whose policies are matured. Whose policies are matured. That is the task. To complete the task, some steps will be there. One job may have multiple steps. Certain job will have one step. Certain job will have two steps. Certain job will have n steps. There is a possibility of having multiple steps or not. There is a chance of having multiple steps or not. Come on. Yes, guys. Tell me, guys. Job launcher launches the job. This job contains multiple steps. Let us assume finding out matured policies is the task and sending them to branches, sending that list, sending that list as a report. This is my requirement. Okay, now listen, guys. Each step is having three parts: reader, processor, writer. What reader will do, guys? From source repository, nothing but source database, source place. Tell me, guys, all LIC policies information will be there in what? LIC database. Item reader reads all policy information from LIC database. Gives to whom? Gives to whom? Each time one policy information is given to processor. Come on, guys. Processor takes what is the maturity date, what is the today's date. Matching matching. Then that item will be forwarded to writer. Okay, writer writes. Again reads one more item, gives to processor. Processor knows what? Not matching. Array, that date is after 2 years. Okay, that item will not come to writer. That's why writer will not write. Takes the third policy, reads it. Gives to whom? Processor. Okay. Processor finds today is the date. Gives the information to what? Writer. And writer writes to the destination. Come on, guys. Easy na, boss. Easy na, boss. Come on. Super. Now tell me, whatever activities that are happening in the job launching, job execution, step execution will be recorded to job repository. Okay. When job launcher has launched the job, when step is created, all those details seriously will be recorded to this job repository. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Got the clarity, my dear? Thoroughly understood, my dear? Arnindam, you feel it, feel it. Coding is nothing. Everything is there in the concept, Rababo. When you see the code, you will get 100% clarity. But right now, I am asking you people to feel it. Let me take one more use case. Let me take one more use case. You know, one more thing. All these are ready-made, guys. Only reader, processor, writer only we develop. Remaining all are ready-made ones. Job launcher is ready-made. Job can be created through ready-made class. We can create steps as ready-made one. Only reader, writer, processors we develop manually. Okay, let's take one more example. Job launcher launches the job. What is the job? What is the job? Monthly salary deposits. Monthly salary deposits. How many steps are there? Okay, one job can have multiple steps, guys. Let us assume only one step is there. What item reader will do, guys? Reads each employee information from company database. Gives to item processor. Item processor observes this month how many days he has come, how many leaves he is having. Okay, all the things it will calculate, and decide the salary, full salary, cut salary, whatever it is. That information it will give to writer, and writer prepares the report. Come on, guys. And the report may be there in an Excel sheet. At the end, that Excel sheet goes to whom, guys? At the end, that Excel sheet goes to whom? Accounts department. And accordingly, that will be approved. Once it is approved, come on, guys. So, money transaction takes place or not? Money transaction takes place. That means money will be deposited into your accounts. The salary money will be deposited into your account. And this should be repeated every month of 31st. This should be repeated every month 31st. What do you say, guys? This must be repeated every month 31st. What do you say, guys? Super, guys. I think you convinced it, guys. Okay. This is ready-made. This is ready-made. Steps are ready-made. Only these three things we develop, guys. Only these three things we develop. Okay. Reader reads from source. Writer writes to destination. Processor processes it. See, one star, one job can have multiple steps. Every step contains one reader, one processor, one writer. Okay, processing means what? Filtering, ordering, calculation, sorting, and etc. See the process, guys. Job launcher launches job. Job launcher launches job. Every job can contain one or more steps. One or more steps. Listen, this job is having two steps. Job one is preparing salary report. Job two is depositing money to the accounts. Depositing money to the account. Job is having two steps. Job one is preparing report. Step one is preparing report. Step two is what? Depositing account into what? Money into account. Money into account. Like this, multiple steps can be there. Every step contains one item reader, one item writer, one item processor. Item reader reads each item, either primitive or object, from the source repository and gives that item to item processor for processing. And at the end, the processed items will be written to destination repository using item writer. Same thing, na? Reader gets each employee information, gives that information to processor. Processor will decide whether this employee will get this salary or not. If he gets, how much salary? Okay, it will calculate do a number of things, right? Come on. And gives that item to writer. A writer, that one writes to destination. Cool na, boss? Cool na, boss? All activities of job launcher, all activities of job launcher, job step will be kept tracked by job repository, which is in-memory repository. What repository, guys? In-memory repository by default. Array, don't think that we have to create that repository, guys, which is internally in-memory repository by default. Today, don't worry about the coding. Try to habituate with the terminologies. Try to habituate with the terminologies. Array, when job started, when step started, what is the reader, processor, writer in the step? All these details will be kept tracked in job repository. Job repository. Sometimes this job repository will be linked with one or other database also. Come on. Super, guys. Tell me next one. All item readers are implementation classes of item reader interface. T for template. All processors are implementation classes of item processor interface. All item writers are implementation classes of item writer interface. Item writer interface. Now listen carefully. Listen. Item reader T becomes input here. Item processor O becomes this T here. This T becomes should I array T type. Suppose if item reader is reading employee class object, item processor get employee class object as input. And it also gives what? Another employee class object as output. And that also becomes this T or not. Think logically, ra babu. Item reader gets policy information. That becomes input. and modified policy information will become item writer output or not? Will become item writer output or not? I want reply, Rabab. Yeah, nice. Concentrate, guys. Okay, now listen carefully. Item reader is getting policy object, gives to item processor as input. Input, guys. Again, in that one, uh, some filter item policies will be given to item reader. So now tell me, guys, what it reads will become input, what it produces will become input to item writer. So that means this T is I, this wash is T here. Convinced or not? Convinced or not? Item reader gets each employee record, gives to item processor, gives to item processor. Come on, guys. Gives to item processor. This item processor processes. Tell me, the item reader reads each information as employee object, gives employee object. So that means this T becomes input, whatever it produces as output. Come on. Okay. Tell me, guys, it will be, that will become T, guys. That will become T. Super boss. Now tell me, guys, generally we work with predefined item writer classes and predefined item reader because they are designed to deal with different types of source and destination repositories with different types of data formats. But we always develop item processor manually. Array, what you want to do? Calculations, filtering, ordering, sorting. We really don't know, guys. We really don't know. That's why item processor are always developed manually. Readers and writers, we always use ready-made one. Ready-made one. Understanding my statement? Yeah, these are the various ready-made readers, guys. Flat file item reader to read data from flat file. Stacks event item reader to read data from XML file. Stored procedure. What, guys? Stored procedure item reader to read data from stored procedures of database. A flat file means normal file, text file. Without knowing flat file, you are complete. Flat files, text files like CSV files. Nice, boss. JDBC paging item reader to read data from relational databases. Mongo item reader to read data from MongoDB. Neo4j item reader to read data from Neo4j database, whatever it is. Neo4j to read data from Neo4j. Neo4j is one new NoSQL database software. Predefined item writers are flat file item writer to write, stacks event item writer to write to XML file, stored procedure item writer to write to database, JDBC paging item writer to write to databases, Mongo item writer, Neo4j item. I hope you understood my statement, guys. Ready-made readers, ready-made writer. But processor is always user-defined. Until I complete first application, don't come to any conclusion on. If you want, you can create your own readers and writer, but requirement is not there. For different format, different readers are already there. For different format, different writers are already there. Okay. Item reader interface signature, guys. Item reader is the interface. In that one, read is the method. What you read, that will be written. If you mention employee, it will read employee object. If you mention student, it will read and return student object. If you mention X, it will read and return X object. Item writer, guys, writes. What you get from processor, same thing will be written. Same thing will be written. Either same or its subclasses. Either same or its subclasses, right? TT. Item processor. See, guys, generic type, input and output. Input and output. What reader reads will become input. After processing, whatever we get, okay, that becomes output, and that output only goes to writer. That output only goes to writer. Are you listening my statement or not? Come on. I already said one statement, guys. The T of item reader must match must match with I of item processor. I of item processor. Similarly, the O of item processor must match with T of item writer. At least now you convinced or not? Okay. T employee, reader gives employee object. So the input to processor is employee only. Okay. After processing, it is giving updated employee object. One more class object is giving updated employee. Okay, writer also will get what? Updated employee object. Next, P of reader is policy. Policy. Okay, I of processor is policy only. Policy. O of processor is what? Are you understanding my statement, guys? O is what? O is what? Matured policy. Matured policy. This is just policy, but we notice the matured policy. That matured policy will become T of item writer or not? Super, guys. The I and O item processor can be same, can be different. Sir, this is interesting, sir. Can be same, can be different. How, sir? Sometimes I just want to filter it, guys. I don't want to modify the data. I just want to filter it. Okay, for example, I want to see I want to see Excel report in the entire CTS who is taking more than 10 lakh CTs. More than 10 lakh CTs. Then should I modify anything, guys? No. Tell me, guys, from database table what it reads? In database table what it reads? Employee. Item processor gets what? Employee. How many employees will get? 10 lakh employees I will get. Okay, then what? In the processor I'm going to filter. Filter means those 10 lakhs employee may become, after applying condition of greater than or equal to 10,000, or 10 lakh salary, greater than or equal to 10 lakh salary, again I will get employee, but the count will be what? Again I will get the employee, but the count will be what? 5 lakh. So that means input is employee, output is also employee. This time same or not? This time same or not? So that again same employee will be given to writer or not? Okay, that's why I and O can match or not. Take another case. Take another case. Every year CTS company, Cognizant Technology, will approve the employee salary. We'll revise the employee salaries. Yes or no, na? We'll revise the employee salaries. Now tell me, guys, some people will get promotion, some people get salary hike, some people will get boostings. Some people will lose the job, guys. Tell me, what is the input? Employee. What is the I? Employee. Okay, this time what? Promotion may happen with salary hike. Promotion without salary hike. Only salary hike. Some people will get pink slips. That means boosting of the job. Some people will location change. Some people will get additional responsibilities. So there is a possibility of what? Changing employee details little bit or not. That's why I'm going to convert employee object details into what details? What details? Updated employee class object. So what is O, guys? Updated employee. This time what happens, guys? This O, updated employee, will become T here or not? The updated employee will become T here or not? So that's why the I and O item processor can be same, can be different. I hope you convinced, guys. We need not to develop item reader interface implementation classes already there. We need not to develop item processor implementation classes already there. Super, guys. After processing the received item from item reader, the item writer can give either same object with modified data or unmodified data, or different object with same data or modified data or destination. Modified data to destination. Read this statement, guys. After processing received item from item reader, the what is that? The item processor can give either same object with modified data or unmodified data, or different object with the same data or modified data too. Where is this? To item writer to write to the destination. To write to the destinations. Understood my statement, guys? This is my case one. Item reader gets student object from source, college DB. Item processor conducts interview and converts eligible student object to employee object. See. Item processor input is what? Student. Output is what? Employee. Item writer writes. Item writer gets list of employee object to write to destination. From college DB, it is writing the information to company DB or not. Come on, guys. Case one. Okay. Here, I and O are same or different? Here, I and O are different, right? I and O are different. I and O of item processor are different. Next, case 2. Item reader gets policy holder object from source, LIC DB. Item processor checks payment schedule of policy holder is there in the current month or not. If not there, give nothing to item reader. Otherwise, gives same policy holder object to item writer. Same policy. Item writer writes list of policy writer objects to what is that? Destination. destination. Nothing but Excel sheet, another DB table. Nothing but other. This time what, guys? The, what is this? I and O of item processor are same here. Okay, something, guys. I think more clarity here. All these are more clarity here. Come on. Come on. I hope you connected. I hope you connected to batch processing or not. Still fighting there. You are, forget about insert, update, delete, select operation. Forget about web application. Think about periodic activities that should happen on huge amount of data that is coming batch by batch. Think in that angle. Think in that angle, right, boss? First get into the environment. Nothing is there in the coding if you understand the environment. Okay. Now I'm drawing one. I have drawn what? Sequence flow diagram, guys. Sequence flow diagram of step. Tell me, guys, each step contains one item reader, one item processor, one item writer, right? Focus, focus. Step flow. Listen, guys. Item reader reads one item. Process that item. Process that item. Listen. Item reader reads the next item. Process the next item. Come on. Reads the first item, goes for next item to get. Meanwhile, processing of item 1 happens. Okay, guys. Now listen, this is very important. What is the chunk size, guys? 2. What do you mean by chunk size 2? Array, item writer, item processor will not write every item to item writer, guys. Will give after processing 2 items only, it will give to what? Item writer. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Suppose if chunk size is 10, reads 10 items individually, process 10 items individually, but writes all the 10 items to item writer so that item writer can write those 10 items to destination. That's why in item writer write method, look at the parameter type, guys. List is there. Why list is there? Why list is there? Processor may give bunch of items to write to destination. Processor may give bunch of items to item writer to write to destination. Got it now, boss? Suppose chunk size is 100 I have taken, guys. Reader reads first policy. Processor processes first policy, but it won't give to writer. Tell me what happened. Reader reads 100 policies one by one. Processor processes 100 policies. Now all 100 policies related data will be given to writer at once, so that writer also writes to those 100 policies details to destination at once. This is purely to reduce some network round trips, guys. This is purely to reduce network round trips, guys. Yeah. Okay. After how many times a processor will give items to writer will depend upon chunk size. Chunk size. This is nothing but batch size. What, guys? Chunk size. I hope you convinced with this, guys. Come on. Once again, check it out. Reader reading item goes for next. Meanwhile, that will be processed. it will goes for next. Next item comes, again that is process, goes for next. Because chunk size is 2, already it has processed 2 item. Okay, having 2 item, list of items comes to writer. Writer writes them to destination. Writer simply writes them to destination. Clear, my dear? Understood, my dear? Come on. Getting clarity or not, guys? Yeah, step flow, observe. Item reader reads first item from source and gives that item to item processor for process. Item reader reads second item from source, gives that item to item processor for process. Once chunk size of items are in processing, the item processor okay, are processed. That's the better word is what? Are processed. Are processed. Are processed. The item processor gives synthesized processed items to item writer, and they will be written to destination by item writer. Convinced, guys? Read 1, process 1. Read 2, process 2. Reads item 1, process item 1. Read item 2, process item 2. Okay. Gives items to gives items. That means list of item because chunk size is 2. So writes what? 2 items. I hope you understood the basic concept, guys. Observe. Observe. This T and I should match. This O and T should match. Once again, I matched that one or not? Once again, I matched that one or not? Super, guys. Listen, guys. Reader reads each item separately from the source. Maybe if you use advanced readers, it may get bunch of item, keeps in the memory and gives one by one for processing. But generally, reader reads from source each item separate. I think you got the basic idea about batch processing, guys. You thoroughly understood and enjoyed what is batch processing is all about. Say something, guys. Read from source in batch, process in batch, write to destination in batch. Okay, now you try to feel it. Tomorrow when you see practical, you will get more clarity. Don't worry about it. Okay, guys. Where is this? It is the process of handling. It is the process of handling huge amount of data batch by batch by reading from one source, processing data with changes by executing logics and writing that data to another destination. Everyone got the clarity, guys? Kripal Singh, this is what? Step flow, Babu. This is step flow. Item reader reads item 1. Item reader reads item 1. Gives to item processor processing. Since chunk size 2, guys, it will not give that item to item writer. Again, item reader reads item 2, gives that one to processor for process. Now how many items are completed? Reading and writing, guys? 2. Chunk size is what, guys? 2. That's why both processed items will be given to item writer, and item writer writes them to what destination. Suppose if chunk size is 1, if chunk size is 1, tell me what happened. Reads one item, process one item, writes that item. Come on. Reads item 2, process item 2, writes that item. If chunk size is 10, chunk size is nothing but batch size, ra. Don't sleep, my dear number wala. Number wala. If you don't sleep, ra, babu. Few minutes back only I said, ra, your name is unknown and you are also unknown. Gayab ho gaye. Person of Gayab, right? Okay. Chunk size is nothing but batch size. Number wala, your name is unknown and you are unknown person. Okay. Yeah. Listen, chunk size is 10. Read 1, process 1. Like this, 10 items will be read, 10 items will be processed individually. But once all 10 items are ready with processing, then they will be given to writer. Then they will be written to writer. Come on. And destination. Suresh, sir, chunk size is 10, but there are only 5 items to read. Then what happens? When chunk size is 10, there are only 5 items to read. Okay, once it decides there are no items to read, there are no items to process, though chunk size is not reached, it will adjust with what? 5 items, and those 5 items will be given to writer. Writer writes them to destination. End of processing will be there. End of the processing also will be there. End of the processing also there. Though chunk size is not reached, if end of processing is given by reader, end of processing is given by writer, okay, though chunk size is not reached, writer gets the processed items. And this one. In the last reading, same thing happens, Rabam. In last attempt that will happen now was. Okay. Everyone understood my statement, guys? I have explained everything with some one or other use case, guys. Right. Tomorrow when we meet, we are going to develop our first application. Don't miss the class. Don't miss the class. Tomorrow. Okay. Suresh, Java 10 onwards, there is a variable called var. You know that? Maybe you are talking about that one. Tomorrow class is there at what time? 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. we have a session. Thank you. Have a nice time. Raz, after listening entire Ramayana, you should not ask me who is Sitara Babu. Batch processing can read from different formats, can write to different destinations. My dear, these are the things we are going to discuss. These are the things. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a